Girl, you have no idea how amazing life is about to get for you. Stay focused and trust the process.
So I'm coming to you guys from my garage as I get in a quick workout because I just feel kind of chatty, and I've tried a few times. I'm not even gonna play around about it. I've tried a few times to make some videos where I'm intentional about what I'm saying, and just none of them seem to pan out, honestly. So I figured I would just chat with you about some things that I've had on my mind lately. One of the main things I've had on my mind lately is, we're just gonna break right into it, how deceptive the new age is. I came across some content the other day, and the title was catchy, said all the right things, and I began to read, still kind of said all the right things, but I just had a suspicion. Something was off. And let me clarify, that's not suspicion, that's discernment. I discerned that something was off. Language is so huge. And for me, language and understanding what I'm saying and finding the right verbiage for what I'm saying, even in a conversation, asking the right questions to allow someone to use the right verbiage, is huge. Because you might not understand what I'm saying just because I use the wrong language. You might disagree with me just because I said the wrong language. So offshoot here, I had a dream a little while back that I went to a church and they were in revival. It was so beautiful. And I walked in there and it just wasn't my style. I was just kind of like, I'm not sure about this. And so I walked out, and this woman came, and she came to me and she said, you are not, let me remember exactly what she said. She said, just because it's not your style doesn't mean you disagree. Okay, so just because someone uses language that's a little different than what you would use doesn't mean you don't agree with them. Might mean you need to ask questions to clarify what they're actually trying to say. So back to how deceptive the new age is. I went over to this content creators page and just kind of scrolled through their social media. Come to find out that it's new age. It's not Christianity whatsoever. It's actually a lot of new age lingo that they're trying to say, because God made the frequency and the energy and all that there's all these ways within the earth that we can tap into God's energy. And the language is deceptive. So we have two things going on here. We have language where you might actually be on the same page with somebody, you just need clarification. And then we have language that looks like you're on the same page, but once it's clarified, you're at two totally different spectrums. Deception can't be deceptive if it's not crafty or cunning. I told my daughter the other day, well, actually, let me use this. This is a really good one. And if you're from the South, you'll know it. If you put a little bit of poop in brownies, nobody's gonna know they're eating poop. But if you just served them poop, they'd know they're eating poop. But the moral of that story is, nobody is going to outright serve you something that's deceptive. They're going to mix it in with something that's going to appeal to you. And I say someone loosely, because it's really the enemy working through somebody who's been deceived to deceive you. And that's where we get to have compassion and mercy and grace and all those kinds of things. Because nobody really seeks to deceive anyone unless they've first been deceived. And usually the motivation when somebody's been deceived is not to outright deceive you. So the moral of my rambling is that we need to, hi honey, I was just making a video, is that we need to be wise.
My foot hit the sculpture.
Oh, you're okay. Well, take a minute and let yourself dry off and see how it feels. The Bible says to be as wise as serpents, but yet as gentle as doves. So that means we know the crafty ways that the enemy works, but yet we're above it. We don't fall for it. Hey buddy, I'm making a video.
Oh.
So we need to be wise
Hi.
and we need to be discerning. We need to ask God for the gift of discernment. But more than asking God for the gift of discernment, not more than, but just as equal to, we need to intimately be away with God so that we can discern his voice. Discernment is a gift that flows through intimacy. Okay, because when I know his voice, I know what's not his voice. This has been used for forever. That somebody in the bank, they don't learn counterfeit. They don't learn how to identify counterfeit money by studying counterfeit money. They learn how to identify counterfeit money by studying the real thing. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to behold him with our eyes so that when one comes along to deceive, we know exactly what he looks like and we know that that can't possibly be him. It's that simple. So this was super nice today, just to get to talk to the camera, not have like a real like navigated narrative, but just to get to talk. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll possibly do it again. We shall see. But for now, thanks for being here, and see you later. Can one of y'all press stop?
Yeah.
Thank you.